Yellow. Good morning. It was a very interesting day that happened yesterday. This is very fun. I had a good day. Me and my sister manager were chilling and shit.
Did I pique your interest? We have our goal. This one's tenacious.
She is extremely kinky out today.
Yep, that's a flash power.
What a colossal waste of resources. Hurry up and charge!
Yes, she did. It was really fun though.
This is and she's back.
We were sitting there,
Last chance for armaments before you meet your end.
Well,
so we sat there and we were smoking like a joint from like one of our customers that comes in line. He has his own weed. He grows his own weed and that, like a little bit of his own
hello,
weed.
if you want
He always gets his joints and shit. He's fucking super cool.
if you want something done right.
So we got a little high and now we're just sitting there. It was slow. So we were just sitting there just chilling. I was laying on the ground and she was just sitting there.
Kevlar, right here.
And like, I bought some of these. So basically, what it is, we went to Big Lots. I bought some of these chocolates with filling, like caramel, raspberry, and mint. I was about to get it for the girls and that, you know, I got women I work with and that they like chocolate and shit. So, okay, no, I'll be nice and that and get that stuff for them.
Wave 20.
So the kinky thing that this person did. I wasn't expecting it from her, but it happened. She ate one of my mint chocolates, and I was like, that one's mine. And then as a fucking joke, she had it in her fucking mouth, and she was wanting me to like fucking eat it from her mouth, and she was like, and I was sitting there like looking at her and that, and she was like laughing and shit. She's like, oh, I was just playing with you, and I'm like, oh, you're so full of shit, girl.
See how you like my next creation.
And she did it for quite a few seconds, and I was laughing my ass off. I was just sitting there like, the vibe was clear. She wanted it so fucking bad. Oh, I just like playing with me. Oh, fuck off. You girls all do the same fucking stupid ass shit. You only do it to a guy you're attracted to. You don't do that type of kinky shit towards a guy you're not attracted to. It makes no fucking sense. But it was funny though. And then we started like playing around that and the chairs and shit. The chairs moved really quickly and that, so I was like throwing her around and that. Oh, it was just a fun day. Different when you work with women than you work with dude. When you work with a dude, it's just different. When you work with a woman, it's always gonna be like,
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
it's always gonna be this touchy shit.
Foster. Mrs. Foster presents... That's a blackbound.
With near perfect form, even a fool gets lucky on occasion.
This one's tenacious. If you want something done right.
That is pretty good though. Guys told me I get the massively perverted person.
Sleep tight.
Super perverted ass day. Like, But it was fun though.
It's totally secure.
It's usually I can't do it. One of the guys that works there, like, he's like awkward with it. Like, every job I work at.
Anyone getting late?
It's always some type of competition to get affection from me. It's fucking hilarious. Sure.
And here is the pod. You do know how to use this, yes?
Yes. I got drinking the potion. Did really good last night. Starting to drop weight again. Been dropping like 4 or 5 ounces every day. It's doing the same routine I always did. Have more carbs and that. It's we're eating like fruits and shit. Like, we had a couple of things of candy in that. And chocolate. And I normally don't eat that stuff, but I was just eating a lot of carbs and shit. This is a good ass workout though. That really good workout. Oh, give me another shirt on. Oh. Oh. Right.
Ugh, this is too much. Even for Fossey. Oh, it stings! There it is. Nico, Nikas, Nikat. Nikamas, Nikatas, Nikat. Mrs. Foster presents...
Oh my god.
Mrs. Foster?
I will make sure the next wave is more challenging.
Wait! Going, go. Mrs. Foster, what are you doing? Faster.
My generosity in activating the pod will not last forever, Piggy. Hurry!
That's better. Ammo.
Oh man.
Wave 23.
Ladies perspire, Mrs. Foster. Did I pique your interest? What's the daisy? Take notes, boys. We have ourselves a scrape. I'll be honest, that's fun. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Sector's close. Mrs. Foster, what are you doing?
Yes, you are almost done with this wave.
Mrs. Foster, present.
Pod is active. Use your dash to buy a few more seconds of life.
Yeah, that's probably like the best part there.
Something done
That's
right.
really good. They only come.
Anyone getting low?
Enjoy the trader part while you can, little piggy.
Yeah, so if I get like 40, close to 40 hours a week, because we're not doing overtime right now. I only wants to do 40, yeah.
I need you to clean up your room, though, dust and that. You got a lot of dust.
Yeah.
The sheet on.
Yeah, I know. I need to get underneath my bed. It's only underneath my bed and that. What you guys doing today? Madison coming over?
Yeah, I'm going to pick her up at 11. Dan went over to take Zoe back to the bed. He's going to get her shot for her.
Oh, okay.
Her hot wall.
Yeah, she's doing better. She just...
Yeah. She had 3 days where she didn't see her food, and then the other day she tore up my plant in the kitchen living room. So I told Rose that seriously, she came out. So we bought some more stuff to go, all those feathers that were in that thing that Grandma
Yeah, I know.
gone.
Yeah, I know.
So we went and bought some other stuff.
Ruby. Ruby.
Put her in the front yard. I go, Bill, put her in the backyard. Why you put her in the front yard? It's easy to just put her in. She needs to learn how to go in and out of that doggy door. Right, Ruby?
What are you doing? Look at her.
You want to call her? Pick up Ruby? Pick up Madison?
Ammo, if you want it.
The area must remain secure, Worms. That means no Zeds in it.
This one's tenacious. Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess. It just closed. I can't see. Aperitifs are served. That one had no chance. I'm poisoned. Nicole Come on, Mrs. Foster. This one.
Perfect. Even a fool gets lucky on occasion.
Yeah, you can take. This gun is epic.
It's totally secure. The Zeds are far underperforming my projections.
This gun is epic.
And she's back.
Her reload speed's crazy, and extra damage is just
Maybe
ridiculous.
I can rebuild a trader part as a portable Z factory. In any case, use the part, piggies.
And I do like the handheld grenade launcher, but the single shooter.
Wave 25.
Why do you insist on getting in the middle of a family dispute?
Am I getting warmer, Zeddy?
Electricity has great potential for
Mrs.
serious
Foster
burns.
presents her introduction.
Plasma intriguing. Too late. Do I look concerned? You're outnumbered now. Even the best occasionally require some assistance. I don't believe disappearing before
All things are led to the slaughter eventually, my little piggies.
required.
Yeah, bosses aren't too bad. If you play with another player in that, it's all about focusing.
Underground, overground, wombling free.
But multiplayer is a lot fucking harder though, and way annoying.
Wave 26.
Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. This one's tenacious. Nico, Nikas, Nikot. Nikamas, Nikatas, Nikot. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Pour ourselves a scrape. Who wants to get rid of? Take notes, boys. Oh, can't hear. This one's tenacious. Yep, that's a flash pound.
I will make sure the next wave is more challenging.
A barrack. Yeah, right.
Commercial transactions are so tedious. Let us return to the blood and violence.
I think I do some fucking hamstrings today. Do some hips. Yeah, this thing helps out greatly.
Wave 27.
Stuffy in here. Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Mrs. Foster from Wolves.
Cleanups are remaining. Rencred will see they are properly recycled.
But yeah.
Physician, heal thyself.
Even older women like to fucking just flat out just say bullshit. Not bullshit, but they like to lie. Like, oh no, it's not like that. Oh yeah, it's like that. Again? Fuck yeah.
Weapon right here. Great! Did I pique your interest? You got schooled!
Yes, yes, you are almost done with this wave.
And she's back. Ammo.
Wave 29.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'll be honest, that's fun. Flashbound, see it? This is fun. Gloat Zeds nearby. Aperitifs are served. If you want something done right, there's something wrong. Down it goes. Reset the cloak.
I will make sure the next wave is more challenging.
Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Back for more. Heal thyself. We have ourselves a scrape.
All those big weapons. Are you compensating for something?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, don't buy armor. It makes my job much easier.
Did I pique your interest?
Wave 30.
Perfect. What I figured.
That's a flashbound. Aperitifs are served. getting low. The guy's found. See it? I'll be on.
I have sort of an empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. But we will continue the experiment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ammo.
But yeah, my sister Angela, he's fucking a kinky. He definitely plays games.
Stupidity is thin like your armor. There are no Zeds permitted in the marked area, not even my clones.
That's a siren.
That worked.
And she's back. There's something close. Mrs. Foster, what are you doing? Ground meet bed. Bed meet You got screwed!
Hurry up and stop!
Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess. Did I pick your
Far and near perfect form. No Zeds penetrated the perimeter. I am surprised and a bit sick. Your success is revolting. It seems your plan is suicide by lack of ammunition. I approve.
And she's back.
Oh, boom again. What a piece of shit.
Ammo, if you want it. Reset it close. This one's tenacious. I'll be honest, that's fun. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I don't want to fucking heal and reload, you dickhead. Come on, fucker.
This is temper. There's something close. I'll be honest, that's fun. That's a flashbound.
I will make sure the next wave is more challenged.
Back. Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess. Did I pique your interest? Great!
They're done! Go to the pod. Your time will come soon enough.
That's better.
Interesting. The data on that flesh pound kill is being integrated into my cloning program. That will not happen again.
Just breathe, Mrs. Foster.
I assume that armor is part of some strategy, or are you just stupid?
Aperitifs are served. Uh-oh, siren! Did I... Come on, Mrs. Foster. Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess. There we go. Money, money, money. Please to make your Sting. With that. Introduction. Whoops-a-daisy. I'll be honest, that's good. Aperitifs are set.
Enough of it, please. Hurry up and talk.
Did I think you're in this? Flashbound, see it?
My generosity in activating the pod will not last forever, Piggy. Hurry!
Myself.
That flesh pound was due for repairs
And I
anyway.
fucking
Killing him just saved
mic
me
just
time.
disconnected. I hate that crap.
Ammo.
Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen today.
With your armor in that state, you will leave a messy corpse. Wave 34!
These Zeds are cloaked. Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Cloaked Zeds nearby. Oh, Mrs. Foster. Aperitifs are served. Yep, that's a flash pound. Mrs. Foster presents... There's something close. Excuse you.
I will make sure
Doesn't miss those. Pleased to make your acquaintance. If you want something done right.
Last chance for armaments before you meet your end.
This is too much. Even for Sissy.
More bullets, mein Freund, more bullets.
I was trying to
Again?
avoid
That dude ran that
interruptions.
fucking damn table like an idiot.
Running away won't save you. The human body is highly conductive.
Aperitifs are
Plasmas are useful in a large number of applications.
Yeah.
Would you like to be part of an electricity round?
Yeah, I got it.
Please do away. Lightning is a rather
Mrs. Foster, what a mess.
electricity has great potential for serious burns or death.
Did I pick your...
Still understand? This may result in electrolysis of your fluids. Plasmas are useful in a large number of applications. How clumsy of me. I wouldn't have been overconfident. As you can see, I have all congenital idiots! Come closer. No, closer!
No, I don't want to go closer.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Electrocution can create a
I'll be
lifetime of
honest,
enduring
that's fun.
discomfort. Daddy!
Know you're here
To
somewhere.
you, cowardice! It's not! That was one of the 29 series.
Aperitifs are served.
Engage cloaking field. Power Ego. Attack!
These are your last seconds of life. You will not enjoy them.
Yeah, like how mad he gets when you start getting to like 35 and 40.
Anyone getting low?
They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, don't buy armor. It makes my job much easier.
What time is it? Oh, man. I'm ripping ass all day. It's time. Yeah, I like to jump in work a lot early, not just to fucking shits and giggles. Did really good yesterday. Worked out really hard. Actually, I ate quite a bit of food. I worked out really hard. I got a bunch of free points up there because I go in like every day. So I get like, I think it's like 25 or 50 points every day. I've been saving it up. So I've been getting like free drinks and shit. Yeah. A lot of free stuff now. The guy's cool up there. He doesn't care. He just gives me every time I get anything, he gives me like the cheapest like point ratio, and that's so I can keep my points up because he sees that I'm like working out really hard. And I worked out really hard yesterday. I got like an energy drink, like a Celsius or whatever the fuck they're called. And I was drinking. I got in that. He's like, "Oh, you're ready to leave." And I was just quiet in that. And then I walk back up. Oh, he's hitting it again. I'm just sitting there, like lifting again. That was really funny. That did my forearms and that. I was doing a little bit of biceps and that, trying to get all the muscle groups in before I left, so I didn't have to fucking worry about it today. So I could just do like hamstrings and hips and maybe some abs. Oh. Yeah. Feeling pretty good today. A little tired. Yesterday was a little rough. Well, it wasn't rough. It was just very long. Today's gonna be long too. Now it's time to move around a little bit. I don't know what's gonna happen today. Yesterday was fun. I was like, I'm hanging out with someone my own age, close to my own age. It's fucking way more better. Cause our assistant manager's like, I think she's like 32 now. We hang out so well together. That's just because we like the same things and that. You know, she was playing some old ass music and shit, like from like the 60s and that. We were listening to it, and she's just like, oh, I like the old style music with the violins and the saxophones and that. Like, yeah, it's more smoothing or soothing. It always puts like that picture in your mind what that music is. It's always based upon like music is like it amplifies your emotions. It amplifies like the electronic, like the electromagnetic, system in your body now. So you do spew out energies that are considered to be, electric or electric beings. It's kind of one of the things that people talk about, and they'll be sitting there like, if we ever stepped outside of our realm, could we actually live? And some people are just like, talk about that, the flat earth thing, and that it's like, we ever stepped outside of the dome, could we actually live outside the dome without all what we got? Actually, no, we're tethered to this place. And when people start to realize that, it starts to get really interesting in life. Like, what do you mean? You're tethered to that's why space is real, but it's not real like we think it is. It's not, people do say there's certain layer of heaven that does have galaxies and planets and that, but like we're not part of that system. They say we're literally center of the universe. We're literally center of the universe. Like it starts with us and then it branches outwards. At least that's how they explain it in the Bible and that, like Enoch and that. It's very interesting. But yeah, trying to go through the psychology talk of what happens with me and that. Well, my assistant manager seems to be like very lonely. Like her man, supposedly, what she told me, and that's like he seems very like I don't know, doesn't give her enough affection. Then I guess interesting. Women don't get enough affection, according to women's psychology. They tend to look for it elsewhere. Even though it's kind of sad. Like they'll be loyal, but they'll look for affection elsewhere. Doesn't matter who it is. I know. That's like it. Most times it always comes slightly perverted. Ain't gonna lie. There's always something. And people like to say when you're like a kid in that, when you're younger in that, women and men, or say young girls, young boys, and that don't look at each other as being different because they're not different. They haven't hit puberty yet. But as you get older in that, you intentionally separate yourself because you start hitting puberty now. You start getting hormones and that. Your balls drop, whatever the fuck it is. You start to like separate. So when you actually try to get girls/friends, basically girlfriends, it gets to the point where it always is on the tip of your fucking tongue every single time, especially if they're attractive looking. It's always there. You're always thinking like, what if? both people are thinking that. That's one of the reasons why you hang out. People try to dodge it, which most likely, you know, women tend to dodge it because psychologically they're supposed to. And, you know, more or less likely they want to be with that person because they actually like that person more than a friend, because you can't you can friend zone certain people and that, but I always look at least from my perspective, the experience that I go through, that it's never like that. It's always me pushing away sexually and saying, oh, let's just hang out and have fun and just talk about shit and that. But it's then that push in. This happens to a lot of guys now. Some guys are just not, you know, they just like hanging out with women, you know. Like me, I love hanging out with women. I mean, despite the fact that it is more of a turn on type thing, but it works though. Like, it's like even with guys and that, if you get really close to a guy and that you guys are like fucking like bros, you're bound to do some gay shit. Maybe not actual like full on sexual, but gay shit happens. I promise you that. If it's just joking, that which normally it is. So it happens with guys too. You get really close. It's always one dude or one woman. You can't have multiple people because it just feels weird. You keep it between two people, and that's one of the things that it comes down to, because you know you can only give out so much affection. And then since I'm bringing that up, you know, I talked to, you know, Audie about it, my bestie about it, and that, and like she was so she's gay. I try to give affection to my girlfriends, and one of my girlfriends ended up, you know, screwing my other girlfriend's boyfriend, and like I couldn't hang out with both of them because they both, you know, disliked each other. So she basically stopped hanging out with them pretty much, because she's like, you know, I can't hang out with both of you guys, and like you guys are hating on each other, and that's what it is. Like hanging out with the same sex is a hugely fucking different, because there's really no jealousy there. You just hang out as bros, and now you're all fucking around that. Like before, you know, before Audie came in the zips and that, it was just a bunch of dudes. We all chilled together. We're all laughing together. We talked about women and that, but like I didn't even know of her until she came in. And then you start building a relationship no matter what. And I wasn't expecting it to get this close. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought we might hang out and that, but like, you know, this girl kept fucking like trying to get me to hang out with her, and I remember it. She was asking me the DoorDash with her and stuff. I'm like, oh no, I don't feel like DoorDashing now. I'm just gonna go home. And she was like asking me to tan with her. She's the one that brought all this stuff up, and that's how our relationship started. You know, despite the fact that she'll never admit to it, but you know. No, she started off like keep pushing it, like, and finally, you know, underneath her breath, which was very adorable, she, you know, basically asked me to get food with her. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'm hungry. And then we didn't know. Then one of the days we got haircuts together, we were really starting to hang out like for 3 or 4 hours and that, and she was trying to hang out with other guys, like another guy, and it instantly sparked jealousy, because just like, well, you hang out with me all the time, that why you want to hang out with him for? And that's what it is. Like with the guy, and that guy would come around. Like if we all hung out together, it'd be a different story than that. But the problem is, this guy was new, and she liked the affection that she was getting from him. This is how it always worked. And she separated us, even though the dude's fucking cool. He's actually a cool ass kid. He's like me. He's very traditional. He doesn't go in there and just, you know, do too much. He actually has himself, like, he pulls himself back, like, oh, I'm only gonna do, you know, if you don't like it, sorry, you know. He apologized. He doesn't do it again. So he pulls it back. And so it sparked up a little bit of a jealousy factor in that. And then he started disliking me up front. But then, like, one of the days we were supposed to go to the club and that. This is very weird. That's why I don't like women's psychology. It's not about, it's never about getting laid. It's more or less like about getting affection. So, the biggest thing I tell any man, women are a game. They have the game in their head. They fantasize about the perfect man that they want. And so they try to match that man with multiple men until one becomes the man that they want. And then they're all gun-ho about it and that. And most likely it's some dude with a six-pack of fucking muscles and shit. That's how it always is. And so I'll get to that later. Anyway, so as we start progressing that, we were supposed to go on, we were talking about it the last couple of days and that, or like it was like last week and that, about a picture. This picture of her going to the club and that. I never went with her, and I want to go with her that day. And I'm not a big clubber, and I don't like being in a club. And she goes there because she wants affection and attention. And she looked good. I mean, she looked really fucking good. I told her, like, you look super fine. Like, the outfit she was wearing and that. Basically wasn't wearing, she was like a biscotti strap thing. And she's just really, like, attractive. Like, she's skinny in that, really skinny in that. She looked fine. Well, anyway. So we brought up and that. We're bringing up all these memories that we have together. I say, oh yeah, I remember. That's that time that one guy you're hanging around didn't want me to be with you or hang out with you because we were taking his car, and he was just sitting there like hating on me. Like, no, I don't want him coming on that because he was trying to pick her up, and I mean, I don't know if she said anything or not, but like, well, I was like, she was talking to me about it. She was like, oh, that's bullshit. It's like, I want you to come with me and that blah blah blah. I'm like, well, I guess he doesn't want me to come in that, so we ended up not going. I never really hang out with her that much, until later on. And this is where it started to get, to the point that we kind of knew that we were going to bond together. So after the whole thing with that guy and that didn't want me going that, it slowly started to turn into a whole bunch of like, she's younger than me. A whole bunch of men around her age want to get with her. So it was just the battle of the bold, and I was kind of stepping out of it in that. I mean, I had my emotional, things that I was just saying, like, don't do that. Stop hanging out with dudes and that. Keep yourself civil in that. No. Try to get some girlfriends in that, or if you want to, find one dude to hang around with in that, and then just do all the things with them in that you want to. But it turned into, she always argued with me about stupid stuff and that, saying like this and that. I'll try to give her like a traditional way of living. So, don't do certain things and that. Don't push yourself in the position of stuff happening that you don't want to happen. And that's one of the things we talked about in that. And so, it's one of the guys at work in that, tried, get a little close with her and that. And I even explained to him, they're young. I never got mad at any of these people and these, basically young adults, because there's no point. He's teaching them they're not bad people at all. They're just fucking stupid. And so something happened that the coworker, the one that got fired, and that supposedly he, I don't know, she got mad at her for something that I don't fucking know. And then this is when it started. This is when we started hanging out ferociously a lot. And so we kept hanging out. We hung out for like 2 weeks straight, like every single day. We're constantly doing stuff and that. She was like, my days off and that. We would go DoorDash and shit and, and like just hang out ferociously. And then another thing happened after that. I got a little bit of argument with her and that. And like, she got massively mad at me. And I'm just like, I'm going to express myself to you, and you seem like you're playing games. It's like, we hung out a lot in that, because I appreciate you. And this is where the tournaments start to happen. And then this is when I was starting to drop weight. This is a key thing, and this is what made it really funny though. You know, when I started dropping weight, my first 10 pounds, and then I got into my 18 pounds. I think I'm like close to 20 pounds now. The spark of interest started to happen. And this is what made it really funny. Now it's turning into, are you working today? No, I'm off. Okay. Wanting me to come up there. Use like sleight of hand words. She'll call me. If I'm not there, it's funny. I'm like, okay, well, okay, we're closing that. And it makes it really funny though. She'll call me and be, first thing she'll ask me, are you working today? I'm like, yeah, you got the schedule on the board. Literally, you can see the schedule on the bathroom door and that. It says when I'm working. And she knows it. She plays the game and that. Like, sad being, this is the one thing about psychology women that they don't like to tell you up front. They tell you in third, fourth, fifth, like sneaky person and that. Like, they'll be like, you're not working today? So you want me to come in? That's what I always do. I was like, okay, I'll be up there and that. She's like, okay, really quietly and that. Then I go up there and that. Big ass smiles and that. Like, it comes in like I'm just like, okay. And that's what it is. That's the biggest. All women have this. This is why it's good to note yourself, to not get emotional with the women that, because what they're saying is not what they want, more or less not what they want to do. The signal is if they miss you, then they'll call you, they'll text you, and they'll try to get closer to you. They have to. 'Cause inside their minds, they know that you're going to be there. And if you are that kind of guy to her, she's going to be like, she'll have to. One of the sayings that I heard is that the woman that ignores you but still wants you to see her is the woman that fucking like craves you. It could be a fear factor. It could be that she hasn't made up her mind yet of how she's gonna perform, because it's a game. So they have to strategize a game in their head to perform that. That's how women work. You know, they'll strategize all this like scenarialization in their brain, and then they'll play it out in their head, and they want to play it out in real life. Like, for instance, Audie was sitting in the car and that. It was like 30 minutes. It was like an hour before she had to go to work and that. She was sitting in the car for like 30 minutes and that. I don't know what she did. She was like talking to someone that. And then she came in. She sterilized what she was going to do soon as she walked in. And so basically what it is, she opened the door up. She sterilized. She's like, I'll open the door up. I'm going to say hi to him. That's what she did. She opened the door up. She said hi in a very, very happiness. She was like, hi, and said my name and that. I'm like, oh, thank you. It's like, hi, how you doing? Like, I'm good. Like being all like planned it out. And that's what they do. It's really funny when you actually think about it, because you look at any girl and why they like stare off in space or why they look at something, because they're playing something out in their head. They don't know how to speak it. They want to be perfectionist in what they say because they know it. They believe it. They fucked up. Normally it's with younger women, so to speak, not younger adult women. Normally if they look inside their mind that if they fuck up, they think the guy's not gonna be interested. They don't like to be rejected. They can reject men all day long, and that a lot of times it's stupidity that they do for affection and attention. And that's why you get to play with it. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. At least with this one, I love her to death, but she plays so fucking much. And it's really fucking funny when I catch on to her bullshit, because I've been catching on lately, and she's like, so like for instance that, she doesn't want to claim that she likes me. She hints it, but she doesn't want to claim it. Like, okay, but you want to act on it. See how it works? She doesn't want to claim it, which means she doesn't want to full on tell me, because that means that interaction has been completed. So, in my mind, that's what I'm craving, and she knows that. That's why she doesn't do it. She'll hint it and give me the idea, but she won't go through with it because it's my craving spot, and she knows it. She knows it a lot, and so she'll hint certain things. And this is where it gets very, very interesting when you start noticing how women that are attracted to a man, how they hint certain things and try to be like, oh, they're like dodging it, but they're not dodging it. It's like they're saying it, but they're saying it in a way they want you to figure it out. Mind games. Stupid ass shit. Don't like it. But anyway. So we're sitting there. We're at B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings. These stories get very interesting when it talks about like attraction and that. So one of the girls came by that, I was trying to point her out towards her. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, hey Audie, this is that girl and that, this is what likes me. Immediately she looked at her and said, oh, she's pudgy, she's chunky. She started judging her. I'm like, we're not best friends. I'm gonna clarify this as best as possible on that, because this really gets really, really fucking interesting. We're dating, but we're not dating in a way to let anyone notice. And that's what it is. In spite of the fact that it happens so much, we're constantly always doing stuff. Not on my accord. It's normally both of us. And because we have such a good time together and that, it's starting to get to that point where it's basically what it is. You're fucking around with two dudes. And that's what women tend to do nowadays. They categorize certain dudes as being like, oh, this guy's going to be the mature one and be the one that, that I have that want to get with, but there's some things I have to work out for myself to be able to do that. But another guy's just a boy toy, basically what it is. Trust me, a lot of women, younger adult women do that shit. So anyway, so the girl walked by and gave me the fucking sassiest fuck look. And it was super obvious why she was doing it, because Audie was there. And it was fucking priceless. The jealousy went through the fucking roof. Because she knew it. The women know. Women, because, a woman's going to look at another woman and they're like, oh, so that's that girl, And it's like, I like, the man that you're hanging around with, but they won't say it. This is fucking hilarious. So she walked by, she looked at me in the side of her eye and like smirked at me. She kind of walked a little slow, and then it barely caught it. I was like, whoa, like, what's that smile for? She's like, you playing games and that? She gave me another smile and that. Oh, Audie uproar with all these emotions and that. I'm like, what? I'm like, you got a man. Why, I can't get a woman? It's like, no, she doesn't like you. And I'm looking at herself like, sorry, I guess we're not in a friendship thing. It's like, if you're getting jealous for a woman looking at me, that's because you are attracted to me. So if you don't want to make a move, then I want to make a move. We're just friends, so let me make a move. Let me let you be cool as fuck and that and talk to her like, oh, okay, don't give my bestie your number and all that stuff, and they really like you, man. That's what I was thinking, but it hasn't been like that. And so she kept on denying it, and also I'm just like, she knew. So we're inside the car and that, and like, she took me home and that, and she was pondering, she was thinking, she's like, it's like more and more girls are getting attracted to him, and probably inside her mind, I'm assuming it's like what the fuck am I doing with my life? The dude that I like to hang around with, we have such a good time now. Very, very, very true. This is how I pretty much assumed this is how it was, what she was thinking that. Why aren't you not doing something? And you get a little guilty over that because you haven't made a decision yet. What if, this is just questions and that, what if I lose him and I can't get him back? That is going to be the thing that's going to drive her into that like guiltiness where how am I going to be able to get him back when I don't know what to do. That was the look. It was the look of kind of like despair, like I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do, and I'd hang out with him, but I'm oh, the easiest thing is guys are easy. The easiest thing that a woman could do to a guy is give him a fucking hug and just whisper, get really close to that, whisper and say that you like him, say that you appreciate him. Some women try way, 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 way too hard. Men don't give a fuck about your makeup. Yes, we think you're beautiful because you try so hard to do it. We have to. As a man, we have to be like, wow, you look really good today, and it perks interest. Or like, if they wear something that reveals like their butt or something like that, or boobs and that, or something like that, it's like, wow, you look really sexy today, or look really attractive today, or look really beautiful today. Whatever words you want to use, you compliment them. All women, all men want is a hug. They want to be appreciated too. That's the reason why, like, women that don't know how to appreciate a man, they go through the cycle of dating men that don't appreciate themselves. So then they control them. Oh yeah, I'm going down this line. They control them, and they want to put them in a guilty like state, so they can keep on pushing those emotions out, so they can get dopamine from them. That instead of doing that towards the man that they might actually like, a lot of times, I mean, fuck, even my mother was dating when she was younger than that, She told me about it, and she's like, yeah, it's like, I had a guy and I really liked, and that, before I met your father, and that. I said, yeah, it's like, what happened? And she was like, oh, we were going to marry and all that stuff and that, but like, I just didn't do it, and he was, kind of a really great guy and that. And then she fell in love with my dad, because my dad was, one of those guys who was just like, it was back in like 70s, speedo wearing and all that stuff and that. He was jacked, he had six-pack and shit, and that's what it was. And then I was born. Amazing, huh? But anyway, and it always happens. And when it gets to that point in your life and that, when you start to realize what is a relationship, you get lost with your own stupidity. People think relationships is expressing all these emotions and that. It's not. It's called, you temporarily express emotions. As in, you do it slowly. You do it when it needs to be done. Other than that, you can't express them. Because guess what happens? When you sit there and you express too much, just like any other human being, you get addicted to it up front, and then it starts to slow down with the dopamine. So the person that temporarily gives you excitement in that, so periodically, like, oh, I don't hang out with this person all the damn time. That, okay, I work with this person. I don't talk to them all the time. I kind of ignore them. That's what it is. It brings out more interest. So number one, if you ignore a woman and if she wants to give you attention, she'll fucking do it. She'll do something outrageous, probably even goofy as fuck. Do something that, because I've been kind of experiencing it myself with my bestie and that, and it's actually pretty interesting, like learning to tell other men. So I ignore her sometimes and that. And it's always fun when there's another girl involved, like my assistant manager. They both like me. They might like me differently than that, but that's just because, whatever. If I give my assistant manager affection, eventually, Audie will get, I get jealous, or she'll get like, kind of like a little upset in that because I'm not giving her affection. And then she'll do something. She'll sit there and she'll go outside and yell my name. It's like, hey, she'll start like doing like a dance and that. I've seen it multiple times now. And I'm like, oh, okay, she wants attention now. And so since my assistant manager's, older, I'm like, oh, I gotta give her attention now. I have to split it up because I don't want to be a dick. I don't mind it, but like, and then my assistant manager gets upset. she does her own thing, but then she stops getting affection, and so she starts getting upset, and and like it turns into this fucking fiasco of going back and forth, and like, and yes, it happens like that, and I call it out. I even told Audie, it's like I have to give her attention too because she likes me too, just like you do. You don't admit to, but that's just how it is. And so it's like a back and forth thing. I said, well, I'm not hanging out with her outside of work. I'm hanging out with work. And the days, I'm gonna wait until what happens today. Now, the days that we work alone, there's a difference in how they wear makeup, and difference in how they do things. They know when they're alone, say with the man they want to or say they want to get with. It's just with any guy or any woman. They'll change. So my assistant manager came in full on makeup, red lipstick. She was really pushing the narrative. She was pushing narrative saying hey, give me affection today. And it was fucking hilarious. That's what women do. They do all that stuff to look as best they can, because then it sparks affection with that man that they supposedly like and want to get closer to. Very interesting. And so we got close, very close. Not in that way, but we were getting to know each other more. Now we're just chilling, listening to music and that. We got a little high in that. Obviously it was probably high in it because it was really late. It was like no one was coming around that. So we ended up getting a little high in that. We're just talking and shit, and she was just started to get really happy with me. That, and this is the key. Number one, when a woman starts to touch you, punch you, push you, rub on you, any type of touching, it's a sign of mass attraction. They have to. They want to desire that thing. They want to desire that man because their man doesn't look like that. And that's the key thing. When they see that man that has that masculine figure, a rather decent sized guy and that rather tone, they crave it, so they touch more. She was punching me in that, and usually I was showing her affection that, I was giving her little hugs and all that stuff and that, and she was appreciating that. And and then she started doing things that was ironic because we went out and we got chocolate in that, and so it was okay, I'm gonna get chocolate for for my bestie, and she was having she's having headaches and stuff like that, and chocolate seems to be a very good thing for women. Evidently, it helps them out a lot. So I'm okay, I'll buy chocolate for her, chocolate for my sister, and that, okay, I'll be that kind of guy. I do too much. Well, anyway, so she started eating chocolate. She started feeling better and that, and she started feeling, evidently hormonal as fuck. And it was starting to set in. So we were high, and then chocolate, and I had a pre-workout. It was I was just mellowed out so bad. My brain was just I just want to fall asleep. So anyway, so we continued listening to music and that, I grabbed one of the chairs and that she had and that I bought for them. They're really easy moving chairs. They move really easily. And I was spinning her around the office and that, and I was probably tug her around that. She almost flew off the chair. And just we're having a good time. Well, it's I can't hang out with you outside of work. And I appreciate her because she gives me affection. I can't dismount the affection that she gives me. I have to equal up to it. So I give her affection, and we have a lot of fun at work and that when it's just me and her. It's not saying anything's going to happen, because it's not. It's not it matters anyway, because I don't have a girlfriend. But I give them respect because, Audie and the assistant manager, they both have guys. One actually does have a boyfriend, I think. Another one doesn't. I don't fucking know. I think they're just fucking guys because they're bored. Anyway. So we start hanging out more in that, and we start talking more in that. But then the biggest thing, I know she was fucking being stupid because she was saying this. She bit one of my chocolate bars. So I brought two of them out, let's eat chocolate together. And that we ate the two pieces of chocolate, not together, but you know we ate simultaneously. We were making like O faces and shit because it's just funny. We were super fucking perverted that day. That's dangerous as fuck. Don't yeah, don't do that. So anyway, I brought out another one and a caramel one because she had a raspberry one and I had a mint one because I bought 3 packages of them, caramel, raspberry, and mint. Super good. And so I brought out a mint one and a caramel one. She ended up eating half my mint one. I said, like, that was mine. She's like, I really don't like that. Then why the hell did you eat it? You colorblind? I was like, it's green. And she did it on purpose. This is the biggest thing about women. Women intentionally do shit on purpose because they want to aggravate you and they want to tease you. If a woman's teasing you, she wants the dong, 100%. I don't give a fuck what they say. They're thinking about it. It's like clearly in my mind, I want to swallow something, and it's not chocolate. Anyway, anyway. So as we did that, she bit it in half. She ate the one half. I was like, why'd you do that? And then she put the other one in her fucking mouth, the other half in her mouth. And she was just sitting there like, basically saying, do you want it? I'm just sitting there like, oh, she's being super fucking kinky. She's not a bad looking girl, man. She got a nice body and that, but she's just, Anyway, so she put her mouth in and she's just aiming that chocolate towards me and that vibe hit me like a brick. This is the biggest thing about vibes, say sexual vibes with women. When you get that feeling, it's fucking true. I had the feeling multiple times with actually both these girls. Not with this, just man. I just had that one, but with Audie, yeah, we had a couple of times that we had like say like kissing vibes where we want the kiss and that. It happens, and it's like a magnet. It's literally what it does. It feels like it feels like a magnet. And you magnetize towards that person that like you really want it. Your mind instantly blinks out and you're just like, I crave it. Basically, I want the fuckers. That's basically what it was. And like I don't know how else to explain it. Like I was just like to that point, I'm just like, this is getting really fucking cringe. Not cringe, but getting really fucking like spicy really quick. I'm like, nah. Sorry. And then I was just like, did you want me to eat it from your mouth? She's like, no. And she was like, because she wanted it. But then when I asked the question, she denied it. I was like, see how it works? The vibe was there. It wanted to happen. But I was just like, as soon as I start talking, said doing it, I broke. It's a spell of some sort. Basically it's like it's magnetizing yourself. As soon as you slide over a little bit, it breaks the tie, and then everything goes back to normal. Yes, that is how attraction. That's how actual like love actually works. Literally, it's just you're just enticed with them. And then it broke in that, and evidently she was craving it because she wouldn't have done it in the fucking first place. And then she started like, oh, this fucking women, bro. Oh my god, it's getting really bad. I need help, please. I need to get me a really hot girlfriend to tell these fucking women to fuck off. Anyway. So we started like getting really like after that scene, after that whole perverted fiasco start to slow down, that it started to realize that she was gunning for it. And I normally don't let my vibes get out too much in that because I like concealing myself. I'm like, fuck, I might as well have some fun in that. I might as well get some, get some pussy. Why not? Fucking hell. Everybody else is begging everybody, and I'm sitting there in my bed jacking off. Anyway. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, there goes my stomach growling. That's what I was waiting for. And that's why I don't like trying. As soon as I started trying, it's just like full on attraction, almost fucking half the fucking girls they see. And it's like gets to that point where like, oh my god. I sigh, I'm like so if you're that kind of man and you know what I'm talking about, promise you, it's fucking annoying. It doesn't matter what you say, even if you deny it, they're gonna be crawling at you. They always do. Women are always fixated on that man, that perfect man. The one that takes care of them, loves them, appreciates them, you know, remembers things that they like and that. So you perform in that way. So like with Audie, she likes this kiwi apple drink. It's an energy drink. It's called Raiden Storm or Reagan Storm, where the fuck it is, and that. I always get it for her because I know she likes it. It's 2 for $5 instead of buying 1 for $3 with tax. Oh man, my stomach. Oh, fuck off. And I get it from that, and she actually told me thank you, and I'm just like, and she's being more sincere. And I told her, like, I'm like, when the hell did you ever say thank you to me? She's like, I say it all the time. Like, no, you don't. You never say you thank you, appreciate me. Like, that's the start. I'm like, okay. It's like, you know, like, I appreciate you saying that. It's like, well, you know, you're always doing stuff with me and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, yeah, it's because I fucking like you and I want you to be happy. Keen. Okay, well, I'm gonna get the fuck off. I'm about to blow fucking ass. It's almost 11 o'clock anyway. Oh, I'm so fucking tired. Okay. I'll see you guys later. God bless. And I'm about to blow up that toilet. See you.